Hey guys, Stacy here, we grow again. Just wanted to take out my succulents again for you. Talk about some problems that might be happening. We're in summertime right now. I live in Florida, so the humidity and this rain has been killing me. It's been doing it every day. You know, 9 o'clock in the morning, it's like 90 degrees. The humidity's all the way up already. And my succulents just don't like it. And some of the things that start happening is leaves start falling off, and that's the first sign that they're being overwatered. So you want to check that. Make sure your succulents aren't turning yellow. Any yellow leaves on the bottom, that means that it's overwatered usually. So you know, check your soil, make sure you still have roots on your plants. If you notice your plants, you know, starting to do this, you can tell that this has really good growth on it, this bear paw. And these are just, you know, the leaves started falling off of it so much. And the reason why, when I pulled these two out, they did not have roots on them. So they weren't sucking up water. I kept giving it water once a month. You only want to do bear paws once a month because these guys are summer dormant. So they tend to rot a lot in the summertime. You just got to be careful with dormant plants. And you can see that it's already starting to grow new growth. Now, I fix that by my stem rot method. I have a video online. If you need help, just check it out. And one other thing that starts happening is this stretching. Now, this is a black knight, and you can see he's starting to stretch towards the sun and all these roots. Now, it's growing roots out of everywhere, and you can see, and that's fine. But when this starts stretching like this, it's no good. These are little baby black knights, and they should be compact and rosette. Like all these look, you can see, this is like a bush type, so this does get long, but you can see like they're all compact. They're pretty close together. So that's what you want with all your succulent rosette types. And if you do get this, you can just cut this piece off, leave some nodes on. You can take off these two bottom leaves right here, and anywhere you take them leaves off, them roots are going to start popping out. So this one I'm going to end up cutting eventually. I'll do a video on it. I'm going to cut it right here because it's already got roots on it, and then I'll let that callus over for 6 days, 7 days or so, pop it in some dry soil, and then I can start to water a little bit. And once you cut this off, it encourages, look at this. I can't even talk because I'm so excited. Look at this plant. This, I forget what this is. This is like a Echeveria subscilis or something. I forget how to pronounce it. And this rotted. These are so prone to rot. And I did the same thing. This head came off of that succulent. And you can see, if you leave a leaf on your stem, that head grows out so much faster. This, I took the head off the same time as this one. This is another Echeveria I have, a different kind. And this is the head that came off of it. So you can see the growth between, you know, this one and this one. This doesn't have any babies on it, and this does have a baby on it. So you can see that leaving that leaf on really helps to encourage them babies to pop out quicker. Now, this was the head that came off of it, and I'm trying to zoom in for you because I dug out the roots. I don't know if you can see that, but I can. On the very bottom there are white roots. Now, I know that head doesn't look too good, but it's coming back, and I can't even believe that this rooted. You would not even believe what this looked like. A couple of weeks ago, I said, you know what, I'm putting it in this little tray, and I'm going to see what happens. Leave it in dry soil. I did not water this until it just rained last night. The rain did it for me, and I came out and I seen roots, and I'm so happy. So yeah, this head came off of this one. So it just goes to show you that, you know, these things can survive once you cut them off, and they just do good. I'll do a video on that and the care for it after you do it. So another problem, so if you're losing them leaves, you just want to be checking. You know, yellow, wrinkly, mushy leaves are usually signs of overwatering. So you just want to make sure nothing's going on in the soil. Make sure you have a lot of perlite in your soil like you see here. I just put tons of perlite in mine because, you know, they rot. This happens. I love this little rock plant. The care for this one is not like any other succulent, guys. So if you have a little split rock, check out my video on indoor succulents. He stays indoors. And I did a little video just on specific care for him because I know he's really tough to take care of. These are just some kalanchoes that I took the head off. You can see this head came off of this succulent. I cut it off right there. And look at them 2 babies popping out already. And I even have babies starting on the bottom. Right on the bottom right here. So I'm so happy. This is just a black night flower that fell apart. So that's fine. This is another one I took the head off. This was a hen and chick. I started getting a lot of rot on the bottom when I bought it, and I didn't realize it. So this has been hanging out, and it's starting to come back. So you can save your succulents, guys. Now another problem is little buggies. You want to get rid of them little buggies. You know, check out my neem oil video. It's an awesome video. It works for bugs, especially on these succulents. Now, I don't spray the neem oil on leaves like this that have that powdery coating on them, because obviously when you touch plants with this powdery coating on them, that comes off. And you want to try to avoid that. You can tell all the coating is pretty much off of mine because I've been planting these and moving around so much. But yeah, try not to get that coating off of there. I'll just take you around, see a little of my echeverias. I got tons of other ones. These are ghosties and pork and beans. These grow like crazy. And just check your succulents. You know, you want to make sure they're not overwatered. You want to make sure they're not underwatered. This is underwatering. You know, it's really crispy. It's dry. You know, the ends are dried out. You know, the yellowing, this is fine. That's going to turn dry. That's not overwatering. These are all really healthy. Just so you know what healthy. These are Pacific Blue Ice hen and chicks. Just so you know what they should be looking like. Now this is another thing that tends to happen. Sunburn. Especially on echeverias. And that's because they're just so sensitive to full sun. Now by full sun I mean no more than 6 hours a day for these. All my succulents. No matter if it's a kalancho, these hen and chicks, they all get 5 hours, 6 hours of that bright morning direct sun a day. They love it. That afternoon sun is just way too hot for them. It just shrivels and burns my succulents. And that's what that burn looks like. So if you're seeing that, you know you got to back off of that sunlight just a little bit. Now scale can look like that too, which is a type of bug. They leave this stuff on your leaves. So just make sure it's not bumpy. If it's bumpy and raised up and it can come off easy with your finger, you know that that's scale. These are my other ones. I did a video on stem rot on this echeveria. Look how much she came back and look how much she has roots. You can tell if you don't have roots and you're waiting for roots, just give your succulent a little tug and you can tell that's not moving much. That is stuck in there. She has so many roots on her already. She's been healing for about a month now, I'd say, and she's just doing great. Check out that video if you have any rot on your succulents. They will come back, guys. Don't give up. I save everything. You can tell this is just a little tray. I'm saving everything. I love propagating. I love growing everything. Now with these aloes, I will say, this is what it looks like when they're getting too much sun. These are aloe Wamsley, bronze or copper, I forget. So, you know, if you get that dark color in your aloes, you know that you're giving it too much sun. Back off on the sun. These guys is what it's supposed to look like. You know, you can see they're nice and green, they're nice and healthy. And these get that morning sun and they're fine in it. Now if you notice it's too much, just take them out of that sun, and they do fine in bright and direct light. They do not even need direct sun, these aloes, guys. They do fine in bright and direct light. Now succulents, people are under the impression that succulents need full blasting sun all day long to thrive. Now full sun, they are going to thrive to the fullest, and yes, some of them can tolerate that full sun, but it does stress your succulents, and that's what you're seeing on the internet. If you see ads, you know, stressing your succulents is good. You know, it is pretty, and they are pretty when you stress them, but one thing that tends to happen is you're stressing them. So stressing any plant is no good, and I just don't do that. So I give them 4 to 6 hours of that morning sun, and they do fine, no matter what color, no matter what kind they are, from kalanchos to flapjacks to jades to my regular cactuses, even the purplish ones. They all get that 6 hours of sun and do fine. So don't be under the impression stressing your succulents in that hot beating sun all day long is great for them, because, you know, there's such a controversy with it. Now, I'm not saying that's wrong to do. If you want to stress your succulents, that's fine. I don't know much about it because I just don't want to do it to mine. But you can check those videos out. I'm sure there's plenty on there for you. Those are just my air plants. I love my air plants. They're growing babies too. I love them. I have a video on how to water those and take care of them if you need it. Any questions, please ask. I love helping. I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Until next time, bye-bye.